fellas. How y'all doing? Good to see y'all. Excuse me. Mhm. Yeah, it feels great being out here with, it's a lot of new guys out here on the team. So just building that chemistry, getting comfortable with everybody out here and just, putting our best foot forward, trying to, get some wins under our belt this year.
You look like you're in tremendous shape. What was your off season like, and taking you through to where you're ready for camp here?
Kind of the same thing. You guys ask me this every year. You notice that? Kind of the same thing, though. I think my body's just maturing. I just know what I got to do. It's a long season, so just making sure my body's ready. So it's just extra conditioning, extra, just little extras here.
I think we get heavier, that's why. So we make ourselves feel good.
Rhamondre, so you made a lot of shorter, quick passes today. What was the goal for the offense in this practice?
Just be good on first down. Positive play on first down. Don't go backwards. No pre-snap penalties, things like that. So we did all right, but we need to, still work to do. I think every day is different, especially in the NFL. Every day is different. Every year is different. So, yeah, of course, it's a lot of new things going on in here. It's a lot of new faces, a lot of new players and stuff. So, yeah, just getting that chemistry going with each other, just talking inside meetings, going to dinners, things like that you mentioned. So, yeah, it's a great thing. Yeah, I dropped a couple pounds. Yeah. That wasn't really my goal. It just happened to happen, yeah.
What excites you about Josh in this offense?
I love Josh. I had him my rookie year. I'm very comfortable with him. I think he's comfortable with me. He knows my strengths. He knows what I need to work on, and he's just a great coach. And I'm glad to be around him again.
Some of the guys were talking about the get-together you guys had the offseason with Drake and the other guys. What was that experience like for you?
It was great. Just the guys getting together. Like I said a couple times already, just building that chemistry. That's a big part of the, building a football team. It's having chemistry, just knowing who you're fighting with next to you, things like that. So I think we got off to a great start doing that.
This is your fifth game, right? So you mentioned earlier you're trying to avoid those pre-snap penalties, just some of that general sloppiness.
Mm-hmm.
How has that gone to this point? Like, does it look pretty good to you so far? It doesn't look like there's a ton. Maybe we saw a fumbled snap today, but not a ton of flags or penalties. So guys not knowing where to go.
Yeah, but I'm sure you guys listen to Vrabel. The stuff that gets us beat, that's the stuff that gets us beat. So even if it happens once, that's too much.
How guys picked up, McDaniel's offense, I think, through the years has been considered a difficult one for you guys to take on. So maybe you get a little bit of a head start because you had them.
Yeah.
But how about these other guys? How have they taken to it, in your opinion?
I'll speak on the guys in my room. I think they're doing a very nice job. They ask questions. They're always locked in, everybody. So I think they're doing a great job learning. It's always going to be steps to it. Josh McDaniel's offense isn't easy. So just honing in, just looking at the playbook over and over, they'll be all right.
Drake was talking about how much more comfortable he is, obviously, in his second year. Do you notice that both on and off the field?
I'll let him speak for himself. If he's feeling more comfortable, that's what it is. So, yeah, he's doing a great job out there, getting better. So, yeah.
Rhamondre, you guys have a lot of pass-catching backs. What does it bring to the team when everyone can catch the ball?
Diversity to the offense. We can do everything. I think everybody in that running back room could play on all three downs, so that's a strength for us. Yeah, appreciate it.
Good afternoon. How you doing, man? I appreciate that, man. Good afternoon to you. How you doing? Oh, blessed, man. Blessed. Yeah. Thank you. Nah, not yet.
Go ahead, Mike. You please. I'm going to come at you with a bigger picture question. Just in all the locker rooms that you've been in.
Yeah.
I heard you talking about how you and Will are sort of close to each other.
Mm-hmm.
Will Campbell locker-wise. What have you observed, over your years about how, placing players next to each other can help build a bond?
I think just, over my overall, just being in the league for 12 years now, I was blessed to have the best tackle to play in football right now, and that's Trent Williams. So I got to learn from, the best. And not saying that, I'm at his caliber, but just, the years that I've been able to play and things like that, man, just to be able to sit down beside Will in the locker room and kind of talk over looks, we'll pass the iPad back and forth, bounce questions, and that's what you like, man. Because at the end of the day, that brings camaraderie and brotherhood. Obviously at tackle, man, we got a hard task at hand, and be able to bounce different ideas. Great question, man. But we're not going to down on the past because it's a new year, man. We got an unbelievable, talented room, and we're growing every day. And we got some guys that played a lot of football in that room, and some guys, the young guys that are willing to learn and eager to learn. I think the change of the culture is the key. Football is the same as every sport. It's one in the trenches. When they count down to 4th and 1 and it's 2-minute drills and things like that, you count on the offensive line and the D line to go out there and eat. And the good thing about it is that we got a great offensive line and we got a great defensive line. So we challenge each other every day, and that's iron sharpen iron. So we look forward to the battle. Obviously it's our job to keep our star quarterback upright, and we're going to do those things.
So the optimism then that people are feeling because of the changes that have been made are well-founded.
No,
well-founded up.
Yeah, 100%, man. It starts with the foundation, and it starts with the camaraderie and the brotherhood. So when I first got here, there wasn't a lot of offensive line dinners and things like that, and we've hung out a couple of times already. And so that's the key, is just being able to get to know each other outside of the building. And Coach Rabel's done a great job of allowing us to get up in team meetings and share our stories, and that allows us to come back, together. Because if you can know your brother off the field, you'll definitely love him on the field.
Can you tell us a little bit more about those team meetings? Like, what does that entail when you're sharing your story?
It's just really just getting to know each other, and that's creating that bond. At the end of the day, we play a hard sports, and not every time somebody's gonna be able to give 100%. But if you know what your brother's going through off the field and on the field, you can be there for him. Especially if you got that extra 10% in your tank. So that's what it's about, man. It's just getting together and building that brotherhood throughout the offense line and the team.
Morgan, what's your impression of Jabrill Peppers so far, especially kind of?
Special, man. Special. Obviously, the things he's able to do: run, throw the ball downfield, extend plays, and obviously, bringing Steph in and getting the receiver group together, and those guys training in the off season together. I don't know if that was things that were done in the past, but obviously it's a different culture that's changing in here, and that's what you look for. Is just like that brotherhood, and we got a lot of good guys that are willing to teach the younger guys, and when you have that makeup in your locker room, the expectations are high.
Do you still look about the plan for you, sorry, back here? The plan with you rotating with Rhamondre, other guys rotating. The plan that the staff has for you this season.
I don't know, man. I just come in and try to put my best foot forward every day. The good thing about where I'm at right now is that I still feel like I can continue to learn. It's a way different offense that I've been in my previous years, and so that's what keeps me going. Is just being able to come in and knowing that I can get better every day, and the opportunity is there.
You have a sense it might be kind of like load management related. You're trying to save your body for the season.
I don't know what it is, but I don't ask any questions, man. I just do what I'm told, and those guys need reps too, because obviously in the trenches, things happen. I think last year they had a lot of injuries in the offensive line, and so it's good to get everybody those reps and things like that. But we're moving forward, and we're getting what we need. We're correcting the things in the meeting rooms, and everything is going well.
Do you still look forward to padded practices against your guys and ultimately joint practices?
Hell yeah. It's hard to block them when they just got jerseys on. We need something to grab.
What is the emphasis for you in these non-padded practices, though? Like, what's kind of the message you give the younger guys about how to handle these types of practices?
Don't get discouraged, man. Rome wasn't built in one day, so it takes time, it takes foundation to build these things. Obviously, we play a position that's based off of technique and the knowledge of the game, and so just being able to build off of, one bad day, come back and correct some things, and just not making the same mistake over and over. That's what growth is. Let me get my guy right here. He's been waiting. I got you.
It seems like you and Rhamondre Stevenson has been
attached to the hip during practice, after. What have you seen from him, first impressions of working with him? And I know it's still early, but have you seen any signs of growth from him?
No, 100%, man. I think in our room we have a great group of guys that are willing to ask questions. And when you got veterans like Garrett and me in there, and you're able to hey man, yeah, I'll share the knowledge of the game, whatever you need. Not only it makes those guys rise, it makes you rise your game because they're coming, right? So at the end of the day, that's what you want. You want a battle in the room. You want a good battle, and that way everybody is out there getting better every day.
Morgan, is there anything that surprised you? Right here.
Hold on, one second, I got you next. Go ahead.
Is there anything as you're working with Will that surprised you about Will himself?
Oh man, he's just eager to learn, man. He's hard on himself, and I tell him sometimes you got to give him grace, and he's like, excuse my language, he's like, fuck that, man. I'm like, it's good to see, man, because obviously we come from two different types of football. Not saying that I'm older or anything like that, but just to be able to see that attitude and aggression to get better, man, every day. It makes me want to come in every day and get better. And so when you got somebody like that's pushing you on the opposite end, man, that's when you become bookends.
Last one.
Thank you. Your impression of playing for Mike Grable for the first time and the way he kind of keeps you guys on your toes. Does that happen a lot?
Yeah, man. I've been getting a lot of heat in the locker room because guys been saying I've been blocking him all my career, which is not fair. But I think when you got a guy that's played at a high level, won some Super Bowls, and got it out the mud, right? You have a certain respect for him, and I think that's what you see out there. When you see a coach out there holding pads and getting blasted every day, and he's not complaining, he's not moaning about it. He's just like, hey, next man up mentality. That makes everybody come and respect that level of attitude and his gratitude. Just to have a coach out there that you can go out there and do those things with, man. So when it turns on to Sunday, when it's important in between the lines, man, that extra it that you got to have on 4th and 1 or 3rd down, that's where it comes from, because you got a guy that's done it, the right way and on a coaching level, and as a player. So you see it done every day. You get to see that every day.
Thank you guys
Yep,
so
no
much.
problem. You're welcome.
Stay over there. Stay over there. What's up, Tom? How you doing?
How are you?
I'm well, man. What's up, Evan?
How are you doing?
I'm well.
Hey, quick question.
Yes.
There are a dozen guys on the 91 who
Yeah.
are wide receivers. There's probably 5 or 6 spots available. What's the competition like right now? Can you describe it?
It's actually awesome. I think it's better than it's ever been from my experience being here, and I'm really enjoying it, man. You love to have challenge. You love the environment of competition. It really brings the best out of you. So I think it's just every man against himself. You know what I'm saying? It ain't even against each other. It's a crazy, dynamic in a sense. But if we can have that mindset of all focusing on ourselves, challenging ourselves, beating ourselves every day, I think the cards going to play out how they play out. So I don't have any predictions. I'm just, doing what I'm supposed to do. And I think the room needs to have that mindset.
When you look at last year's team coming in at this point, it was KJ.
Mm-hmm.
You were hurt.
Mm-hmm.
Javon, Jalen Polk, DeMario.
Yeah.
Remember, I'm not saying it's a secret, but between the inexperience of that group
Yeah.
and the lack of experience here, it's kind of a sea change between 2024 and 2025, that whole group.
Yeah. I think it's unique, and that's the challenge. You know what I'm saying? So as a group, we need to take that challenge, look at it that way. It's not going to be given. You have to earn everything. And even for myself, you know what I'm saying? Seniority or whatever you want to call it, vet presence, it doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? I got to practice hard. I got to show up in preseason, whatever that looks like. Being with Braves, my first experience with Braves. So I'm learning how he operates, how he does things, and adjusting, adapting. I think that's what we need to do as a group. So not looking outside, but looking more internal.
What excites you most about the group this year?
I think the potential. Josh, obviously I have experience with Josh, and my first year, the way we were spreading the ball around was really exciting. You can be on the bench and have a role coming in the game. Josh knows how to put it together. So there's a bigger picture that you have to look at rather than right now. You maybe not getting a lot of reps, but the play that you do go in, the 3 plays, how do you make them count? Because those can be plays that change the game. So that's my advice to the whole room, as a sense, just having experience with Josh. That moment will come, and are you going to be ready or are you not?
Along those lines, how familiar does it feel being back in Josh's
Yeah,
offense?
no, it's awesome. I'm just very comfortable in it. It's I think, but I know what to expect in a sense. It's just awesome. I have a lot of peace with it. You know what I'm saying? Everything I went through last year with the ACL, just trying to get back, kind of being sloppy, getting out there, not having OTAs, not having training camp, and having those now, in it now, and then having Josh, it just gives me a peace of mind. So I'm playing free. I feel good.
The guys who are not comfortable in
Uh-huh.
offense,
Yeah, that's a great question. Just focusing, it's tough. I remember when I first was in it, I was struggling. Just terminology, different things. It's tough. It's new. It's unique. It's like it's its own offense. So it's definitely just new. So it's just about studying as hard as they can, putting the time in, walkthroughs and things like that, so you can come out here and execute. You don't want your first rep to be when you go full speed. So as you go through studies and go through walkthroughs, those should be extra reps. So when we come out here in front of you guys, it looks all good and pretty.
What's different about Josh's offense now, last time we ran it, or the way that they're teaching?
Yeah, I think it's pretty similar, but it's new staff around Josh that I knew around too. So I think he's just gelling with other staff members that were Braves, gelling it all together. So I think that's the difference for me is he's with different coaches than I experienced in 21. It's dope to see, man, and I think we're evolving quick. You know what I'm saying? The environment has been dope. I think we're seeing his vision, and I think that when that connects as from coach to player, we have good practices.
Can you see yet any tweaks to the offense that are different to take advantage of a Diggs who wasn't here in 21, for
Yeah.
instance, or Efton Chisholm, and
Yeah.
the guys who have that great quickness interior, DeMario,
Yes.
guys like that. Have you seen those tweaks yet?
No, it's crazy. It's a different dynamic, and Diggs being here, just his presence itself does wonders. You know what I'm saying, for all of us, and like he causes attention without even, just his body of work, which is great. Efton Chisholm, a young guy trying to work his way up, just having that energy in the building, in the room is dope. Pop, just being who he is, dynamic, great at one-on-one, and that's where Josh is powerful. He could punch and play us all. And I can't wait to see it come about. We're getting glimpses of it, but we're still working through it. But that's what's exciting about it. He knows our strengths. He knows where to put us, and that's going to have us all be successful.
Kendrick, there was talk about sort of simplification of Josh's offense because, as we know, the language can be it's long. There was a lot of years combining that playbook. Have you noticed that? Has it been simplified a little bit, streamlined maybe?
Honestly, no. I think it's pretty similar. Like I was saying, Andrew, it's his system. He knows it. He's sticking to what he knows, and it's about us learning, like I said, what he wants us to do specifically. And Josh is very detailed. So fundamentals, details, and all those little things. Football's football, you know what I'm saying? So how can we play better with better technique than the guy in front of us? And I think that's what he emphasizes more, which, we struggle with in the past.
Guys, let's take two more. Two more.
As someone who's been through an ACL,
Mm-hmm.
sorry for that. What's your
No worries.
where Stephon Diggs is right now?
No, that's a great. We talk about him all the time, man. It's freaking impressive. From my experience, I was just like, bro, I wasn't even close to that, and it's just, it's an honor to see. Like, I'll be talking about Adrian Peterson when he came back from his ACL in the past, and he was just explosive, and I just be teasing him like, hey man, you looking good. It looking like you finna have like an AP kind of year from it, and he's just, he be laughing and joking, but he's worked hard, and you can see the results in that.
Last question.
Practice is sometimes hard. You don't know the context. Like, is it
Mhm.
third and long day? Is it a first
Uh-huh.
down day? What was today? Because it felt like the ball was coming out pretty quick.
I honestly don't even know. Like, you know what I'm saying? That might sound bad, but just going through practice, like, it probably was a first down day. I'm not sure, but that's kind of what it is. I don't even know. Thanks, guys. My bad.
Good. Feel real good. Feel better when we in pads, though.
What's the feeling amongst the group as you undertake this under Mike Vrabel? What's it been like for you guys?
We just buying in, getting to know each other, getting to see how he want us to play, and then, practicing to that. Everyone's hungry, but right now it's still too early. We're in shorts and helmets right now, so, but it's just the little things coming together, learning the system, building that conditioning, things like that.
How important is it for a guy like you, a veteran leader, to establish what he wants all the way through from Jabrill Williams all the way down to you guys?
Well, I think that's on the veterans to do that, be that bridge from the coaches, to the younger players. We've been around, seen a lot of football, been in a lot of systems, know how things work, know what works and what doesn't work, and know how to stick around. So, I pride myself on being that guy, to help the younger guys, see things how they want them to see it, things like that. But the young guys do a good job of buying in. It's pretty easy with this group.
What's it like having Terrell Williams back?
Oh, it's tremendous. He was checking in on us, via FaceTime or Zoom. But it's just glad to have his presence, his intensity, cracking jokes, making the meeting room a little lively, because you need that in camp.
Jabrill, yesterday, Drake May told us that the guys who have been around here for years are tired of losing. Do you see that as a mentality?
Well, no one likes to lose. We're not trying to, dwell on what happened in the years prior. We're here right now with a wonderful opportunity in front of us. We got a lot of guys that see the game, the same way. You just got to buy into that. Put the work in, and what you put in, you'll get out.
Bro, the guys up front have talked a little bit about how the scheme changed a little bit this offseason. It's a little bit more disruptive, a little bit more aggressive up front. How much, if at all, does that change for you guys on the back end?
I mean, we're going to do what we got to do, the way we have to do it. I'm not going to sit here and talk, about a scheme or whatever, but we got a lot of guys that have a lot of ability to play a bunch of different places and make plays on the ball and in the run game. So we're going to play our guys to our strengths, play together, communicate, and, good things should happen for us.
Well, this seemed like a pretty blitz-heavy practice. It seemed like Drake didn't give you guys a lot of chances to get home, but how do you feel first impression?
It's still early stages of camp. We still have a bunch of installs to go, but it's good to get some pressure back there. It's good to run around, put the helmet back on, things like that. But once the pads come on, that'll be the real telltale. Yeah, I keep telling him to take that 5 off. He's not tough enough, but he told me to go check in on the Patriots Hall of Fame. So it's nothing I can say to come back from that. Absolutely. Just the questions he asked, make sure guys are taking notes. They might ask you a question from something from OTAs that, we're professionals, so you're entitled to remember that. Just things like that. Being hard on you, coaching you hard, keeping the standard, not too many pats on the back, just, how you can get better at doing things. Yeah, just passing. Anytime you see Braves, we ready to answer a question. That's my mindset. Nah, he ain't got me yet.
You were very forthcoming in the spring about how last year was a forgettable year. And you're happy to kind of finish the career.
Sure.
How important is it for you to get a good start this summer, these practices, preseason, so you can get into the regular season?
Absolutely. It's always important to get a good start, regardless. But especially going into a new system, new coaches, gelling together, getting on the same page is always good to get the ball rolling early. Cool.
Thank you.
Hello.
How do you feel?
Feel great.
How do you feel about the group?
Feel great. We all good. We happy to be out here, gang.
Yeah. Is that feeling amongst you guys that it's just good to kind of get going here?
Yeah, it's very mutual. We just ready to go. Ready to put the pads on.
The last couple of years, maybe the talk around the offensive line is about the performance wasn't up there. Just how motivated are even yourself just to sort of get things?
It's a new year. It's a new year, so we're excited about this year. We're ready to roll, ready to put the pads on, ready to let the pads do the talking.
How different is it this year?
Football's football. It's really nothing different. Just going to work.
Mike, how do you gauge individual performance?
Are you saying like my opponent or?
No, just like how do you gauge yourself, like how you're doing out there?
It's all self-individual. Listening to the coaches and seeing what they're telling you to improve on, whether it's technique. Obviously now we're harping on technique and speed. So when we put the pads on, it's a second thought. You just running off the ball, running through the guy.
Doug Marone said you guys have the best spring in terms of how the offense and the defensive lines kind of play with each other.
For sure.
I'm curious, how is Doug Marone different from maybe other coaches you've had, and how does he make your job easier as a player?
I'm not gonna compare him, but Doug is a old school coach. He kind of lets us just play, and it's a lot of experience in the room. So we are just feeding off each other and just really taking it to the field.
There's a lot of new faces in your room. What's the group been like this offseason?
The group has been good. Like I said, it's a lot of experience in the room. Really, the young guys I think they're really good. Everybody can really play, and everybody has had a good spring. So I'm excited to watch them play.
Mike, what can you say about Jared Wilson? Getting some reps at center.
Jared is doing good. Smart guy, tough guy, really athletic. So I'm excited to see him play.
Seems like Morgan Moses spends a ton of time like mentoring the young guys.
For sure.
You're a veteran, but is he giving you
For
some
sure.
tools?
Yeah, exactly. We give and take. So whether it's me and him on the line or whether it's like me and Trey, or whether when Trey is at tackle or it's another guard, we all just pour out and give our knowledge and try to reach that to the youth.
Mike, how does Morgan help you when you're on the field?
Really just seeing things, whether how we see things together or just individually. Him at tackle, looking at defenses, looking at rotations. You know, we just in our stance, just talking and making sure we're on the same page. I play ball. Wherever they need me, I'm there. What has been my early impressions? Of Will? Will's good. Will's a good athlete. Smooth feet. Really good player. Smart. So, you know, he's going to go out there and ball. It's been quiet over here. Y'all good? Y'all? All right. Okay, I got you. All right, y'all have a good day now.
Good.
How good does it feel for you to be back out here?
It's a blessing, man. I feel really good, man. You know, feel back to myself, feel back to normal. It's really happy, man. Yeah.
How long did that take? When did it happen for you? Feel like yourself again as a football player?
Really, man, just about working hard every day. You know, never missing no days and just keep working hard. Just keep on keep on working.
We saw you working off to the side during the team drills. How would you describe the plan that the coaching staff has in place?
You say what?
We saw you working off to the side individually during the team drills. Like, how would you describe the plan that the coaching staff has in place? Was that like?
I'm following all the good plans with the coaches. Coaches have the best for me, so I'm doing everything the coaches want me to do. And man, I'm really, just doing real good work and just following everything coaches doing. Yeah.
What does winning mean to you with what's gone on here the last couple of years? How important is that bottom line of getting a win each and every week?
Really, man, just come and attack it every day. Come in every day just to win. Especially defense. Defense win championships. Everybody talk about that. Really, just want to, be one to just keep dominating on defense and really just keep having a good day on defense. Keep on winning. That's my goal.
I know in the spring you were very optimistic about starting week one, playing week one. Are you still in that mindset right now?
Yeah, I'm fine. Yeah, I'm still. Yeah, everything fine. Yep.
Considering what you went through, what does it mean to you to even be out here at the start of training camp?
Say it again.
So considering what you went through last year, what does it mean to you to be out here just right now?
Really just have a lot of supporters, the best, have medical staff, Jimbo, listen to his rule, listen to him, helping me out every day. Listen to all the good coaches and all the head trainers helping me out where I am today. I couldn't do it by myself. I had good people with me, had God with me, and had the right team with me to help me up, put me right back where I'm supposed to be.
Real quick, you've gotten a little bit slower.
Oh yeah, you see that? Yeah.
How did that help you? What led to that decision?
Really, man, just doing a lot of conditioning, a lot of running, man, a lot of core workouts and all that. Just working hard with Coach Frank too. Have a good plan for me, and just keep on really just having me in the best shape as possible. These coaches and the coaches I have and the medical staff and just really good people helping me put me in the best possible shape I'm supposed to be in, and I'm really grateful for that.
Do you think that's going to help you?
You said what?
Do you think that's going to help you in the new defense? Was that your decision, the team's decision?
What's called really, it's all about, as a man, it's my decision and their decision, following their rules too. You know what I'm saying? It's all, following everybody's rules, yeah.
You have two guys this
It's my job too, my bad. Yeah, so, yeah.
About some non-traditional off-season workout stuff. Christian Gonzalez did Pilates. Milton was talking yesterday about boxing. Are you doing anything non-traditional?
Really just doing more ladder drills and feet work drills and more just how can I say, just more conditioning wise, track, and I'm doing a lot of more flexibility on the hurdles and stuff like that. But yeah, doing more core workout stuff.
Did you have a number in mind that you wanted to get to in terms of your weight to start camp?
Really, yeah. Well, around probably 305 or 300. That's really my weight. That's what I want to be at. Yep.
You feel faster?
I feel real better. I feel so faster, I feel lighter, and just feel way quicker. I feel like I move way better. It's the best ever move I felt since I've been in the league. I feel so I feel really well.
Christian, what did you play at 2 years ago?
2 years ago, I was 320, 315. Usually around that. Yeah, because in the cold you can gain a little weight, especially. But I was around 320, 325.
So yeah. I know they're getting the cold.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
You said, Christian, it was your call. Something that they, my guess is, had some sort of influence in as well.
Well, really just by being motivated, really, because I know I want to be the best player I can be for this team and be the best player I can be for this defense, you know what I'm saying? So I just, I want to come here and show and lead and show that, I really I love doing this. You got to love this stuff, you know what I'm saying? And I love it, you know what I'm saying? So I told myself when I be the best shape as possible as I can and being, really just be in a better shape be the better shape I've ever been.
Is there anything to the fact that it might make you, might allow you to do things that they're asking you to do in this scheme specifically? Are they looking for lighter guys as opposed to defenses you've played in the past where, if they're asking you to gap a little bit more, it might help you to be a little bit bigger?
I'm just doing everything the coach want me to do, man. Really, that's the goal.
The conditioning stuff today that you were doing, all the teams, 11s, are you dealing with something new? Is that really what you went through last year? Just like why working out there in the team?
Gotta talk to coach about that, man. It's all coaches, yeah.
Christian, what about the kitchen? Did you do anything to switch up your diet?
Oh yeah, man, eat real different. You know what I'm saying? Have the right different. You know, eat a lot of protein, carbs. You know what I'm saying? Definitely eat good. Eat your veggies. You hear me? So yeah.
Christian, do you wake up feeling grateful? Like, what are your emotions every single day as you go about this?
Oh yeah, man. I feel up. Being grateful to God every day, man. Happy, happy to be where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? Because I went through a lot. And it's like where I am today, I just thank God every day for it, especially supporters that helped me where I am today. And I just thank God every day for it, yeah.
And what excites you about this defense?
What's exciting about this defense? Just every day, man. The energy. Got a lot of dogs on this field. So it's just like, I just love it. You know what I'm saying? Just everybody, the energy is just high, and I love it.
How much can you and Williams help each other out?
Me and Milton, he always tell me, it's called really just, it's all about dominant front. That's all we talk about. It's lead on us. Especially the whole D line and our linebackers and D ends, everybody. The front play good, everybody play good. So that's the goal. Every time we on that field, we got to dominate. That's our goal.
What's it like? Final question. What you've gone through over the last year. I know that David Andrews is here for a while, and you've got blood issues as well. Is there any specific person you can talk to about the process of getting back on the field, dealing with a unique kind of rehab like you've gone through?
Man, really just talk to my trainer, man, Jimbo. You know what I'm saying? He's the best trainer in the NFL, so I really talk to my trainer every day. He the one I talk to, if somebody need to talk to, and I follow his rules. Yep.
Thank you very much, Christian. Thank you.